Have you ever felt like you were always running but never arriving anywhere meaningful? In today's fast-paced world, we are constantly told that speed equals success, that productivity is the ultimate goal, and that slowing down means falling behind. We rush through our days, check off to-do lists, chase one goal after another, and yet, many of us feel more exhausted than ever before. What if the key to real progress isn't speeding up, but actually slowing down? What if going slower could take you further, not just in your work, but in your relationships, your personal growth, and your overall happiness? This idea may sound counterintuitive at first, but it's rooted in both science and experience. Slowing down can help us live with more awareness, make better decisions, and connect more deeply with what truly matters. When we slow down, we give ourselves the space to think clearly, to feel fully, and to live with intention rather than rushing through life on autopilot. Think about it. How many times have you made mistakes simply because you were in a hurry? Maybe you sent an email too quickly and forgot an important detail. Maybe you misunderstood someone because you didn't take the time to listen. Or maybe you've been so busy chasing future achievements that you've missed the beauty of the present moment. Slowing down helps us avoid these pitfalls. It allows us to be more present, more deliberate, and ultimately more effective in everything we do. In fact, many of the world's most successful people credit their achievements to their ability to slow down, reflect, and act with purpose. When you slow down, you create a space between stimulus and response, a space where you can choose how to act rather than just react. This space is where growth happens. It's where creativity blossoms, where insight arises, and where meaningful change begins. Consider the story of someone learning a new skill, like playing a musical instrument or speaking a foreign language. At first, there's a strong temptation to rush, to master everything quickly. But real progress happens when the learner takes time, practices slowly, and pays attention to each detail. Over time, that slow, steady practice leads to deep understanding and lasting skill. The same is true in life. When we slow down, we notice the small things that we usually overlook. We begin to understand our own thoughts and feelings more clearly. We become more patient, not just with others, but with ourselves. And in that patience, we find a resilience to keep going when things get tough. Slowing down also allows us to enjoy life more fully. Instead of racing from one task to the next, we begin to savor the journey. We notice the colors of the sunset, the taste of our food, the sound of laughter, the warmth of connection. These are the moments that give life richness and meaning, but we can only experience them if we are not rushing past them. There is also a physical benefit to slowing down. Our bodies were not designed to operate under constant stress. When we slow down, we allow our nervous systems to relax, our heart rate to normalize, and our minds to recharge. This doesn't just feel good. It actually improves our performance. We think more clearly, make better decisions, and become more creative and focused. Slowing down can also protect us from burnout. Burnout happens when we push ourselves too hard for too long without taking time to rest and recover. It leads to exhaustion, cynicism, and a loss of motivation. But when we regularly slow down, we give ourselves a chance to rest, to reflect, and to reconnect with our purpose. This keeps our energy sustainable over the long run. One of the biggest fears people have about slowing down is the fear of missing out. We worry that if we don't keep up, we'll be left behind. But the truth is, the constant rush often leads us to miss out on the things that matter most. We might achieve our goals, but at the cost of our health, our relationships, or our peace of mind. Slowing down helps us redefine success, not as how fast we get there, but how well we live along the way. Slowing down also helps us build stronger relationships. When we take time to listen, to be fully present with someone, we show them that they matter. We build trust, empathy, and deeper connection. Whether it's with a friend, a family member, or a colleague, slowing down allows us to engage in more meaningful ways. And these relationships often become the foundation for both personal and professional growth. Another powerful reason to slow down is that it helps us align with our values. In the rush of everyday life, it's easy to lose sight of what's really important. We get caught up in the noise, the pressure, the expectations. But when we pause, we can ask ourselves, is this the life I want to live? Are these goals truly mine? Am I acting out of intention or simply out of habit? Slowing down gives us the clarity to answer these questions honestly and make choices that reflect our true priorities. It gives us the courage to say no to things that don't serve us and yes to the things that do. This kind of clarity is a form of power because when we know what truly matters, we can direct our energy with greater focus and impact. Of course, slowing down doesn't mean becoming lazy or giving up on ambition. It means being wise with your energy. It means knowing when to rest, when to reflect, and when to act. It means replacing constant motion with mindful movement. And that shift can transform your life. Many ancient traditions understood the value of slowing down. Practices like meditation, mindfulness, and deep breathing are all ways of slowing the mind and body to bring awareness and peace. These practices aren't about escaping life, they're about being more fully alive. They teach us to respond rather than react, to appreciate rather than rush, and to live from the inside out. Slowing down can also open the door to creativity. When our minds are always busy, we don't leave space for new ideas to emerge. But in moments of stillness, while walking in nature, journaling, or simply sitting quietly, our best insights often arise. This is why many artists, writers, and thinkers build quiet time into their routines. It's in that quiet that inspiration strikes. Even in professional settings, slowing down can lead to better results. Instead of making quick decisions out of pressure, leaders who take time to think, listen, and reflect often make wiser choices. They create healthier work environments, build stronger teams, and lead with integrity. In a world that values speed, they stand out, not because they rush, but because they lead with intention. Slowing down can even make you more productive in the long run. While it might seem that moving faster helps you get more done, the truth is that working too fast often leads to mistakes, rework, and stress. By contrast, working at a steady, mindful pace often results in higher quality and greater satisfaction. You may do less in the moment, but what you do is done better, and that counts for more over time. One way to start slowing down is to become more aware of your pace. Notice when you're rushing. Ask yourself why. Are you trying to meet an unrealistic deadline? Are you comparing yourself to others? Are you afraid of falling behind? Then ask yourself, what would happen if I took my time? What if I trusted that I don't need to rush to succeed? Another way to slow down is to build small pauses into your day. Take a few minutes in the morning to breathe deeply and set an intention. Step away from your screen during lunch and eat mindfully. Go for a short walk in the afternoon to reset your focus. Reflect on your day before going to bed. These moments may seem small, but they create a rhythm of calm that can change the way you live. It's also helpful to let go of the idea that being busy equals being important. Busyness is not a badge of honor. True strength lies in knowing your limits, in setting boundaries, and in making time for rest. It lies in the courage to be still when the world is moving fast, and to trust that your worth is not defined by how much you do, but by how fully you live. Finally, remember that slowing down is a practice. It's not something you do once. It's something you return to again and again. There will be days when you feel the pull to rush, when the world demands your speed. But those are the moments when slowing down matters most. It's in those moments that you reclaim your peace, your power, and your purpose. So if you've been feeling overwhelmed, scattered, or burned out, consider this. Maybe you don't need to do more, go faster, or try harder. Maybe what you really need is to slow down, to breathe, to listen, to trust that by going slower, you can actually go further. Because when you move with intention, when you act with awareness, and when you live in alignment with what truly matters, you don't just reach your goals. You live a life that feels meaningful, balanced, and deeply fulfilling. So take that pause. Let go of the rush, and give yourself permission to go slow so you can go far.